So you know when you're talking to another man and you feel just a little bit intimidated? Not afraid, not like you're shaking in your boots. Oh my God, this guy's about to beat my ass right now. Nah, but for whatever reason, you're just a bit tight and stiff. Maybe your eye contact gets shaky and you notice that you're looking off to the side versus looking at him. You start to just go with the flow and defer to his opinions and beliefs, even if you don't really agree with them. Like, yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, I agree. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I think all of us know that feeling. So don't be acting like you're too cool for school and you've never been intimidated by anyone ever in the past. Well, here's the interesting thing. The men that we're intimidated by, all of them have something in common. Do you know what it is? They all have something that deep down you wish that you had in your life. And that's why in this video, we're gonna take a look at the 3 shifts I had to make internally and externally to start carrying that kind of energy. The kinds that people just feel without you even saying a word. Number 1, alignment. So honest question, what do you think gives a man this type of presence? I don't think that it's muscle mass, because I've met jacked guys who are not intimidating. I don't think it's money either. I definitely don't think it's being loud and aggressive, because I've met quiet, reserved guys, but you still feel their energy. Nah, man, it all comes down to alignments. When you meet a guy whose daily actions are aligned with his values and his beliefs, there's something about that like clean energy that he has. There's no internal conflict. He has nothing to prove to you because he's living in alignment. And if you're not, that makes you feel almost like you're shrinking when you're around him, because you probably do feel like you need to prove yourself and he doesn't. And that's intimidating. And I've lived this, man. I used to watch all these videos about improving my dating life and building a life of freedom. And meanwhile, I was waking up, going to my 9-to-5 job, not really talking to any girls, just going to the gym and going home. There was no alignment. Like the things that I wanted for myself, if you watched my life on a daily basis, you wouldn't know. I was not living in alignment. I didn't realize it at the time, but that's the thing that made me so fucking awkward. Like, especially when I was meeting new people, because I wasn't who I wanted to be. And the crazy thing is, when I quit my job and I started pursuing YouTube and online business, even before anything popped off, that was the first time in my life that I was waking up and the daily actions I was taking, they were actually aligned with the goals that I had for myself. But for the first time in my life, I wasn't pretending. Like, I was actually living my life. And I think that's the contagious energy that got this channel to catch on and that a lot of you connected with back in the day. And that's also when I started having success with women, because I didn't have to try anymore. I just felt aligned. And if you compare that to a gym bro who has like the perfect physique, but he's insecure and he's posting these thirst traps to get validation, like that guy should have a presence, but he doesn't, because he's misaligned. Number 2, solitude. So out of all the guys that you know personally in your life, I want you to think about the 1 or 2 that are most successful. And I'm willing to bet these guys, they're a bit distant. Like when you're not physically hanging out with them, you probably don't hear from them that much. I used to always think that these type of guys thought that they were better than me or that they were antisocial. But eventually I realized that they just stopped relying on other people's energy to guide them forward. Like if you truly want to build a specific life for yourself, eventually you're gonna have to set a direction and go for it without needing the validation or reassurance of other people that you're on the right path. You have to do it alone. If you want to live in alignment, you have to be okay living alone. Some people might call this going ghost mode. And the hard part about this is, by definition, you have to become a little bit colder to other people, a bit more distant, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay not being the nice guy anymore. And just to be clear, it's not about being mean to other people or not considerate, but by definition, if you want to stop depending on other people's approval to go in a certain direction, you kind of have to have the mindset of, I don't give a f what they care. I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing. and I'm going to block out the outside noise. I don't care if they don't understand. That mindset and that attitude, I believe, is the missing factor for most guys. That was the hardest part for me. I had to cut out goals that were never truly mine. I was half-assed pursuing this career in software development because it seemed successful and appropriate to my friends and family, but I didn't care about it. There was no alignment there. I had to stop hanging out with my friends every day after work. There was no alignment there. I was just passing the time instead of actually purposefully investing that time to build something. You have to stop saying yes to opportunities that don't align with your goals. Even if they're lucrative, they're just gonna keep you misaligned. And the hardest part about all of this, and I avoided this for years, is eventually you have to kill your old identity, the one that feels safe and social and accepted, because that more than anything is preventing you from reaching alignment. Now, real quick, for me, a big part of staying dialed in, even when times get tough and I lose motivation, is optimizing my recovery and my physical health, which is why for years I've relied on Transparent Labs supplements because they're clean, no BS, all science-backed formulas. And this one right here, creatine HMB, has got to be one of my top 3 daily supplements. You see, most guys probably know that creatine has been proven in over 500 studies to increase lean muscle growth and strength. But what most guys don't know is that when you combine it with HMB, studies show you can build up to 25% more lean muscle versus creatine alone, because the HMB, it works by preventing muscle protein breakdown so your body doesn't burn your muscle as fuel. The problem is most creatine is just creatine. And that's why Transparent Labs released this upgraded formula that has creatine, HMB, and vitamin D and biopurine that actually boost your body's effective absorption. So if you're in the gym already putting in work, this supplement is a game changer that's going to help you make faster gains and recover better. And if you use my coupon code, you're going to get 10% off of all of Transparent Labs supplements. Just click that first link in description to pick up creatine, HMB, and see all of the supplements I'm taking on a daily basis. Number 3, the daily fight. So tell me if this sounds familiar. You're hyped up, you're motivated to change, and you tell yourself, fuck it, I'm going for that thing. I'm taking that risk. This is the new me. And you feel excited. It feels good. You get this dopamine hit. Like, man, I'm going for these goals. And then what happens? A week passes, a month passes, a year passes, and somewhere along the line, you fell off. You were excited at first, and you just went back into old habits. That's really the harsh truth here. Living in alignment is not a one-time decision. It's actually a daily war that takes place day after day after day. And the war is between who you want to be and who you've been up until now. And usually, unfortunately, who you've been up until now, he ends up winning out because it's more comfortable. Is more known. So what I want to do is give you 3 actionable things you can implement into your daily flow already right now to win the daily battle. And these are things that have helped me immensely. Number 1, this might sound funny, but using ChatGPT to make decisions and get feedback. Oftentimes we don't have someone who's going to understand and support the decisions we're making. Luckily, GPT is unbiased third party that can give you that feedback when you can't rely on friends and family who don't understand your exact situation. So maybe you're thinking about quitting your job, but you're not sure if it's an intelligent risk to take. Well, I like to use the microphone button on GPT, and then I would just talk out the situation. So I'm thinking about quitting this job. If I quit it, I could either pursue option A, B, or C. These are the upsides and downsides of each option. You know, I'm not sure what to do. What do you think? The more context you give it, the better. And also, don't ask it leading questions. Like, I think I should do this. Is it right? Ask it in an unbiased way, and you're going to get very good feedback. And I'll be honest, a lot of times recently, GPT has given me that final confirmation I need to take the risk. Number 2, love yourself like your life depends on it. That's actually the title of a book by Kamal Ravikant, who's a very successful entrepreneur. He talks about he was at this deep, dark, suicidal point of his life. Everything seemed f***ed. And he started looking at himself in the mirror and saying, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. And day by day, this rebuilt his self-esteem and his self-love. And I've used this effectively in several low points in my life after reading that book. When you're trying to set your own direction in life that people around you might not understand, you need to love yourself and you need to be your own support system. Number 3, the daily audit. So at the end of each day, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions and write the answers down. Keep like a little journal. Question 1, what did I do well today? And it could be very small wins. I made that difficult phone call, I planned a piece of content to film, and I made some small talk with that cute girl at the gym. And number 2, what will I do better next time? So these are the losses, but rather than writing down, I was too afraid to talk to that girl, I jerked off today, write down what you're gonna do next time to fix it. Next time I see that girl, I'll say, what's up? Next time I'm alone and I'm having these bad thoughts on my computer, I'm gonna go outside for a run. Takes 3 minutes, and it makes sure that your daily actions are in alignment with your goals. And if they're not, it allows you to catch them calmly from a grounded place and correct them. It's all too often we get caught up, like upset that we haven't reached our goals, that we don't have enough money yet, or that we don't have a girlfriend in our life. And I think it's actually very freeing and empowering instead just to focus on living in alignment, because that's something you can accomplish today and tomorrow. It's not something you have to work for the next 4 or 5 years. So you can already feel proud of yourself. You can already have that presence and that clean energy and stop proving yourself to other people. And as an added bonus, when you live in alignment, it guarantees that you reach your goals eventually. That being said, I hope this video helped you reframe your life and look at things from a different perspective. Alignment is very fucking powerful. If you're serious about getting to that next level this year, do not stop watching now. You need to watch that video next. The YouTube algorithm has recommended that one specifically for you. Did they get it right? I don't know, you tell me. Click there to watch it now. If you're new to the channel, click down there to subscribe, as I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to you in the next video. Stay beastly.